Today we are going to implement a way on how to fully trust the path, on how to create the right action aligned with everything that we truly desire in order for us to claim successfully those intentions, anchoring them and open up to fully receive whatever it is that is aligned with those actions. And we're going to find a way in what are the ways on how to drive through those actions, whatever will happen, despite the obstacle, despite the challenges, despite everything that will be happening, in order for us to keep having our focus on and never lose sight of that alignment and energy we're embodying, in order for us to fully accept what is it that we're calling into our life and how we want to show up in our life, starting from today, right here, right now. And of course, we're going to talk about how to fully anchor powerfully those desires and claim them so powerfully, so that we know it's already in the process of manifestation. So again, and last life we went deeper in recognition and acceptance of whatever it is that is no longer aligned. So today what we're going to do is that now we're going to identify the action that are needed in order for us to fully understand and grasp whatever it is that we are actually doing, and putting a strategy around it. And we call and sometimes the strategy can be your own discipline. How do you discipline yourself to stay focused into the things you say that you're going to do? And so basically sometimes we can say, I want to do something, but literally if you don't know what is actually serving you to do and what is not actually serving you, you will never be able to fully align yourself into that power of taking the action and making things happen. And so therefore, it's again that self-reflection, understanding exactly what is it that you want, and be honest with yourself, and what is it that you don't want. And during those actions, a lot of things gonna happen. Life will happen. Again, the alchemical points of life. And sometimes we might feel like, oh my God, maybe I'm not into the right alignment because I'm not feeling great, because something is happening here. But that's not the truth. Actually, sometimes when diving through the emotion of so many things that we can feel sometimes when we're taking action, can be maybe limiting beliefs we have around us. It can be maybe things we live in the past and we still didn't fully attended them and really solve those issues. Maybe it can be something that emotionally is still there and it's emerging, because now you're taking the action to reverse the process, and because you're reversing the process of it, now there are things that are going to be surfacing from the emerging from the surface, in order for you to cleanse and fully align the right energy, and keeping yourself aligned and anchored into your own sphere of focus. And sometimes it can be maybe you are doing things that are not aligned with what is it that you say that you're going to do. For instance, I'm going to give an example. Sometimes we can, I'm going to give a full example of my real experience. Whenever I say I'm going to create a program, or I'm going to do something online, I will do everything. I will write everything. I will do everything that is in there, and I will start taking the action. And I will be using the power of the focus. But sometimes things will happen. Maybe out of the blue, something that I didn't even imagine can just come, and suddenly it's going to turn me off from that place of where I said that I was going to take the action. And I'm going to feel again anxious, and I'm going to feel frustrated. I'm going to feel again depressed. I'm going to be like, oh my God, what's happening? I was so much into the power of saying that I want to, feeling great of doing this, and now this is happening, and I'm not feeling great, and etc. But sometimes it's only a place of you really understanding what's going on with yourself. Because sometimes we can contradict ourselves from the fact that we can have a deep fear within ourselves to step into that uncomfort zone. And because we contradicting ourselves from our invisible subconscious patterns that are not visible for us, that are maybe encrypting failure, that are maybe talking about the fact that we never make things happen. Maybe it's about saying, I'm never finishing things. You know, all these kind of things. You put the intention, you put all this desire, and you're working into the action, but because subconsciously you have some limiting beliefs that are blocking you, and it's showing up through the process, and sometimes you wonder if you are you are doing the right thing because now things are happening. Well, when that happened, I need for you to take the time, and again, remember, we talk about the power pause. You take the time to fully pause and reflect and ask yourself, what part of me is creating this? What part of me is actually not fully applying, or let's say accepting? What is it that I'm opening up myself to receive? What part of me is rejecting? What is it that I'm opening myself to receive? And when you go in there and you are creating those clarity for yourself, you are now allowing yourself to fully step in your power of creation, your power of wisdom, your power of so many things that can come into enlightenment for you. And that is the step what I'm going to talk about. That's when you're attending your emotions. Attending our emotion that emerge through the surface, that needs to be healed, that needs to be released, that needs to be accepted, to be honored, and actually fully forgiving ourselves from holding them and allowing ourselves to fully dive deeper into it. And sometimes it can be even our ego. Our ego is coming in the process as well, because whenever you do something that is stretching you into the expansiveness of yourself that you have no idea yet, and expanding that potential of you, you will always have this, how can I say it? The ego is going to activate itself. And by activating itself, is going to talk to you in a ways where you're gonna start doubting yourself. You're gonna start doubting the process. You're gonna start saying, maybe it's not possible. And when things are going to get harder and harder, you are going now to pull back and say, oh my God, maybe this is not the right time for me to keep going. Maybe I'm not having the energy to keep going. I don't have what it takes to go there. It's the time to accept. It's the time to be stepping into our center and claim our power and saying, I have what it takes. And I'm going to just do whatever is going to be possible to reverse the process of whatever patterns that I'm holding within myself that I'm not aware about, but I'm allowing myself to allow them to take place so that I can recognize them, accept them, honor them, and allowing myself to set them free. And this is the process of you understanding also that it doesn't matter which stage you are. It doesn't matter what purpose you have. It doesn't matter even if it's big, those intentions. It doesn't matter even if those intentions are so wide and so powerful that you are afraid that if it's possible for you to make them happen. It only matters if you're believing in yourself. You remember, again, we talked about the self-confidence last time. And you believing that you have what it takes. And because you dream it, you can have it. And because you want to have it, it's already given. And because it's already given, it is yours. It exists within yourself in your own sphere of energetic level. It's only you tapping into your power and fully manifest it into your 3D reality. So that's a very important step for you to really go into that level of understanding, that level of clarity, that level of attending your emotion, but also taking every step. Whatever idea comes on, take the idea. Maybe the idea of going in the morning and just start gratitude all the time. Maybe the idea of just going and do something. Don't reject it. Okay, this sounds great. Let me try it. And sometimes you will feel like the things that you're receiving as idea don't make sense. And it's normal because you have never had those powerful ideas, you never had those things, and you're gonna start doubting, like, can I do this? Oh, why is it that I'm supposed to do this, and etc. You're gonna start doubting the process. But the truth is, when you're fully getting into doing it, you're going now to have the clarity by doing them. Because and I love this card so far, it says that what we hear, we remember. What we see, what we hear, we kind of I don't know, I forgot about the proper way and how to say this, but what we hear, we forget. Yes, exactly. What we hear, we forget. What we see, we remember. But what we do, we understand. And that's exactly why the power action is required here. So that you can understand better everything. Because when you put in the structure of doing it, and it doesn't matter, and this is also a very important point. When you walk in without expectation that I want to see a certain outcome, that this is what I want to have. No. You're coming in with your full power of only experiencing through your action, learning and discovering yourself through those actions, but also in mind knowing that everything is aligned and everything is already perfectly well designed for you, and you're only co-creating with the universe in order for you to fully calling that into manifestation. And then we're going to talk, and this is what we put at the last part, and the way that I'm going to close also this live with, is that we're going to celebrate the fact that you already know that it's already happened for you. And it's a very powerful way in how to anchor the right energy onto manifesting our desires. Because you're going to celebrate that fact of knowing that I already have this. It's in me. I've made it. I did it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You go deeper into that feeling and feel it and live it. And knowing it's for you, it's there, it's in that space at the moment itself. And you know it happened. You're celebrating yourself. Maybe you imagine what could be the things that people will tell you. What could be the things that you'll be experiencing. What will be the changes that will be happening. And you're feeling those changes. You know them. You smile at them. You celebrate yourself of saying, well done. You have done it. I did it. I'm so proud of myself. I am so proudly so happy to witness this for me right here, right now. And this is the very powerful way in how to anchor that and how to truly living that manifestation in an all level of dimension and calling it into your 3D reality. But again, when you do that, you're not going to put a timeline of maybe it's going to happen at the end of the month. Maybe it's going to happen after 2 months. Maybe it's going to happen after 6 months. Maybe it's going to happen after a year. No, you're just living with that feeling. And when you're taking those action, you're always remembering yourself that it's already happened. And everything you're doing is just facilitating the way and the path for it to be happening. All right? So I am now going to close this live with this powerful way on how to really helping you to create this activation within you. That was amazing. And thank you for experiencing it with me. And now you just anchored your desires, your manifestation, your intention, and you claim them so powerfully, knowing that they already happened. They're already here. It's already happened. And I want you to stay with that same feeling for the next few days until we open to the new needed. And I celebrate all of you, and I celebrate all those powerful intentions that you said here, right here today. And let's go experience it together into the realization of them, because they already happened. So I'm sending you lots of love, and